Hey yo guys, how you doing? This is Guido with a Patreon exclusive. Patreon exclusive. Here I am in my 703. Before we get that though, thanks so much for your support on Patreon. That is really helping me start to get some of the resources and funds together to do some improvements for the channel. One thing I'm looking at for this year is to go ahead and get, let's see, I'll make that shot. Oh, only a critical. Go ahead and upgrade my rig. So what I want to do, this is about 2-year-old rig now. It's getting a little long in the tooth. I don't know if I'm going to do a complete rebuild, but do want to add some more current stuff, and that will help me take care of the stream, take care of the channel, and all that good stuff. So this is a Patreon exclusive, and I wanted to talk about something that's kind of a little bit more. I use the word esoteric. I think I overuse that word a lot, but it's a bit more nuanced, I guess. Esoteric, nuanced, both work. I'm in my 703 version 2. I just got this out of the boxes. And this game is interesting. I played it and I sort of watched what was going on. When I got to the end, I'm like, well, what happened here? This looked like we were in good shape. So I'm going to let it go. And we're going to talk about recognizing and understanding when something or a very specific tank or a very specific situation is stopping you from winning, all right? Or is causing your team a large amount of problems. I think we concentrate mostly on ourselves, and that's what we should do because that's the only person we can really control. If we're in a platoon, there's options for calm and help each other out, all that good stuff. But in general, in pubs, you're playing solo, all you can do is what you are doing. But the question then becomes, recognizing when somebody else is doing something that is kicking your rear. So we come up in here and it looks okay. Let's just take a look at the deployment though. We've got some guys over here. That's good. JP2 takes a punch in the face. I have a Charioteer, 50 TP, and Centurion up there. They're taking some hits. The standard TDs in the back camping out. Now, this map is a little bit imbalanced because if you're spawning in the north, you can come down this road and you are pretty much unmolested unless they can cross across this road and start shooting you. You cannot do that from the other side because all these guys up here have shots on you. It's a bad design on the map, but you take advantage of what you've got, and that's our basic deployment. Well, let's see what happens here. We get this 53 TP crossing, and I'm going to come in here with my big double barrel, and so far everything looks fine. Come in here and see if I can sneak a shot on this guy, and we get it. Probably should have double shot that guy, but I think we're going to get one more on him. There we go. So not a bad start. We're up to 1100. We lose our WZ. I check 6. That's an important thing. And all of a sudden, the 53 TP comes out, get a little bounce off of him. But I feel like I probably need to move back because he feels like he can come around that corner. Now, look what happens here. What just happened behind me? And I just noticed it as it was going on. And I mentioned it earlier. The only position at which you can be in trouble on this middle. If you can control this middle, and you have some guys in the corner, and you can work this angle on this road here and keep them from crossing here, you're in pretty good shape in the town. The one thing that goobers you up is what's happening behind me. So let's watch this develop. I'm like, oh crap, this guy's back here. And I will tell you, during this game, I went, well, there's no way that dude lasts very long. He's overextended, right? I got 3 dudes up there. He's only facing a Progetto and the Su-130 itself. So I'll just back in here and let's see if we can start working on this. I need him gone before I can start working freely on this road. So the other 703 comes in. Look how many guys we have up there. 4 guys, and there's that one Su-130 PM. So we're going to go, okay, let's see if we can sneak a shot on him. I probably rushed that a little bit. Let's see if we can get a shot on him this time. There we go. And I'm thinking, hey, good to go. We're going to dope this down. Look what's happened. Look what's happened. Over here, our guys have pushed in. Probably rightly so, thinking they're in pretty good shape. There's a bunch of guys up top. They should control that small village up top, no problem, based on the deployment. But let's just go ahead and let this thing develop. I go back to, all right, I'm only using the APs. I don't really need anything else. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Now, I want you to think about this as you're analyzing this game with me while you're playing it. I'm trying to get rid of this dude. Look, here's the deal. He's got to go. That's not good where he is. All of a sudden, I see guys pull out. He dies. Good. And everything's looking pretty kosher, man. Pretty copacetic. I mean, this is nice. Well, when we lose a guy, I'll try to shoot at him. I don't quite get to him. The 50, and I look back and go, why is that Su-130 still alive? And I am going to ask myself that the rest of this game. These guys are just shooting down. You know why they're getting hit? They're proxy lit. They're proxy lit. Look what just happened to our push into the middle. Got wiped out by the Su-130, and then his buddies pushing in. They're getting hit from multiple directions. They're all dead. And all of a sudden, a single move by a glass cannon TD with now, I don't know how many hit points, 40-something hit points, completely changes the complexion of the game because 4 tanks up top refused to push in and get rid of him. Refused to push in. And that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the game. As you're looking at what's happening, I bounced out, that sucked, and starting to assess where the priorities are, okay? You would have never thought in a million years that that Su-130 PM would survive right there, but he completely and utterly changed the complexion of the game. And I will get into this a little bit. I think I start typing it here in a minute. It's, yeah, see the 50 TP, people are talking to me like, dude, this is going south. Nobody can do anything while that guy's got you locked down. As a matter of fact, I miss him, unfortunately. As a matter of fact, you're all taking damage because he's proxy lighting you. You can't, look at this, they're just firing away. There goes the charioteer. Oh man, it's pretty amazing. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that. Now I'm kind of looking for him, like, where did he go? Can I get rid of this guy? Nope, because every time I do that, now I'm getting hit by these guys. Right? I'm getting hit by these guys. I'll come out here so we can get a shot on him. There we go. Get a little chunk of him. A little wiggly jiggly. Hey, fantastic. 50. Hey, the 50 TP did something. He shot somebody. But I don't think anybody or very few people would have looked at that move by the 130 PM and understand exactly how important it was to get rid of him. And I think that's the analysis that we lose a lot in this game, that a lot of people don't do in this game. Kind of understanding the things that are important and why they're important. And in this case, this kind of innocuous, strange, what appeared to be kind of a strange move, should have been suicidal, move by that Su-130, completely and utterly changed the entire complexion of the game. Now, you can do that yourself, or you can see the enemy do it and not react to it. And that's the kind of thing you've got to watch out for. You know, the ability of him to take shots down that lane, because he punished a bunch of people. The inability of my team to push in and get rid of that guy and get rid of that leverage that he created on the map by taking up that one position right there. Pretty incredible, actually, how fast the team collapsed and disintegrated once he did that, and all those guys didn't take care of business up there. I thought that was really interesting. So I hope you learned a little bit about the game right there as far as the general idea of what's important and when it's important. Try to open up your aperture, look around a lot, look at replays. This is one that I wasn't exactly sure. I had a general idea of it during. I knew I needed to get rid of him, but we collapsed so fast because of where he was that it made me kind of second guess. All right, wait a minute, hold on. What just happened? Right? I had the sense of that's an important position he just took. I engaged him. I tried to get rid of him. I assumed that my 4 tanks up there would deal with him. And then before I really had the concept of how important his position was to us, because frankly I was surprised they didn't go kill him, I looked back and went, why is he still alive? That dude is still in. All of a sudden we're here. You know, I'm thinking, well, that's interesting. That is really interesting. And complete failure by the guys up in the little town to kind of understand how important that guy's position was. And I think a lot of people struggle with that, to be quite frank. They do struggle with it. A lot of it is experience, but some of it is simply just, in my opinion, some of it is simply just taking a moment and thinking about it. Okay? So you just lost that. It looked like you were in a winning situation. Like, okay, we've got a winning situation, or it's at least neutral. And then it goes south so fast. Something happened. Something important. Something you can probably learn from if you can assess what it was. And in this case, it was almost entirely a single tank. Now, we had trouble down in the city, obviously. Our guys got beat pretty bad. But it was not helpful that they all got shot in the side and that all the guys up in the little town got massacred because they were proxy lit by a good position from a slash dangerous position from the Su-130. All right, man. I hope that helps some of you guys out there. Again, really appreciate the support. It's been huge for helping me start to build the funds up as we start working on getting the new computer. I've done a lot of upgrades. I bought the green screen. The mic boom, the pop guard, looking at potentially a new camera that's a little bit better, and some other upgrades to the stream and things. So looking forward to 2020, man. Should be a good ride, and we will see you out there. Later.